Shakur moved so well. He won every round, and he was just a step ahead with quickness and just with, just the plan himself. Great plan coming in, and he did well. Congratulations to him.
He won all the rounds? Is that what you're saying? He won all 12 rounds?
Well, maybe he lost one, but he won the majority of rounds.
At what time did you realize that this was just going to be Shakur taking over the whole fight?
After the fourth round.
Mm-hmm. After the fourth round?
Yeah.
You don't scare me. I'm not scaring you. Let's make it happen. 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 We only got to keep talking. Let's make it happen. Go ahead. Okay? Eddie, I want him.
We're ready.
He's
Where you want it? Wembley?
He's food.
London?
I got him. Okay?
The boxing world has been buzzing with reaction following the Shakur Stevenson versus Teofimo Lopez fight. They promised fireworks, and they delivered. What unfolded was a fight fans had circled on the calendar for months. A high-level chess match defined by speed, timing, and will. Momentum swung back and forth like a pendulum, and by the final bell, everyone felt it. The arena was drained, the fighters were spent, and the boxing world had already shifted from round-by-round analysis to passionate debate. From the opening seconds, it was clear this would not be a one-note affair. The early rounds featured probing jabs, careful measuring, and a cautious respect that only exists between elite professionals. It was clean, clinical boxing, the kind that looks simple only when executed at the highest level. At times, the rhythm felt almost conversational. Punches exchanged like sentences, ideas tested, and then suddenly punctuated by sharp combinations that made the crowd gasp. Both camps entered with clear game plans and showed the intelligence to adjust when those plans needed revision. One fighter relied on lateral movement, sharp timing, and crisp counters, scoring with surgical precision. The other pressed forward relentlessly, working to close the distance, attack the body, and turn small openings into bigger opportunities. Those contrasting styles created a fascinating ebb and flow. There were rounds where the counterpuncher looked untouchable, slipping shots, turning defense into offense, and landing clean bursts. And there were rounds where the pressure fighter disrupted the rhythm, forcing messy exchanges and clinches that made scoring far less straightforward. It was a constant tension between calculated avoidance and purposeful collision, and the crowd felt every shift in momentum. Several sequences felt destined to live on in highlight reels and slow-motion breakdowns. In the middle rounds, a sharp flurry from the aggressor landed flush and sent his opponent sliding back for the first time. The momentum shifted not just on the scorecards but in body, language. A few rounds later, a late surge from the counterpuncher told a different story. Crisp 1-2s backed the pressure fighter into the ropes and forced a reset, reminding everyone that timing and accuracy can be just as damaging as raw power. These moments weren't only physical, they were psychological. Posture changed. Corners leaned in. Trainers shouted corrections and encouragement. That's the human theater of boxing, where a 3-second exchange can redefine the next 3 rounds. What made this fight especially compelling was the constant adjustment. When pressure found success, the counterpuncher varied his rhythm, doubled the jab, stepped off at angles, and refused reckless trades. When clean counters piled up, the forward fighter responded with more uppercuts and bodywork, designed to slow movement and change the nature of the exchanges. These micro-adjustments are what separate elite fighters from very good ones. Fights are often decided in the margins. A half step with the lead foot, a slight delay on a punch, a choice to go to the body instead of the head. The coaches earned their pay by delivering clear, actionable advice under extreme fatigue, and their fighters executed. The crowd told its own story. It roared during aggressive exchanges and fell into respectful silence when precision took over. Late in the fight, the noise became a force of its own, pushing fighters forward when their bodies begged them to stop. Commentators alternated between breathless narration and technical breakdowns, while social media lit up in real time with clips, reactions, and frame-by-frame analysis from veteran trainers. It's rare for a fight to deliver both mainstream excitement and deep technical intrigue, but this one did. Casual viewers were entertained, while purists had plenty to dissect. There were multiple turning points across different rounds, none definitive on their own, but each nudging the fight in one direction or another. Aggressive flurries swayed some judges. Clean counters reminded others what visible, accurate punches mean on the scorecards. The final rounds were especially revealing. Both fighters showed conditioning, technique, and resolve, not just throwing punches but throwing them properly under exhaustion. Watching them trade in the closing minutes felt like witnessing 2 men fully committed to leaving everything in the ring, and both did. Post-fight scenes told the rest of the story. Embraces, handshakes, stiff smiles, and trainers who looked like they had aged years in one night. There was mutual acknowledgement that both fighters answered the call. Media interviews reflected that same balance of praise and analysis, as no one wanted to reduce such a layered fight to a simple headline. Debate followed immediately. Fans and pundits argued over swing rounds, pressure versus precision, and what should come next. Some called for an immediate rematch. Others pushed for new stylistic challenges. That debate is exactly what promoters hope for. It keeps the conversation and the business moving. Technically, the fight reinforced timeless truths. Timing and distance management can neutralize power and create high-reward opportunities. Pressure and body work can slow movement and turn elegance into chaos. Both strategies worked at different times, and that balance made the fight difficult to define with a single narrative. The judges faced a tough task, not because the fight was unclear, but because it was layered. Momentum shifted, rounds swung. Both fighters had their moments. That kind of ambiguity fuels legends, invites rewatching, and sparks endless debate. The boxing community's reaction reflected that richness. Fellow fighters praised composure and adaptability. Trainers highlighted tactical decisions and conditioning. Casual fans were simply thrilled. Social feeds filled with slow-motion clips of the same exchanges, as if searching for hidden truths within the mechanics.
Oh, that beat Lomachenko. What if that Teofimo shows up?
Like I said, Lomachenko is a not easy fight. Teofimo was able to be in the ring with different type of fighters and figure it out.
Predictably, there were hot takes and bold declarations.
Predictably, hot takes followed, but the dominant feeling was appreciation. Appreciation for two athletes who risked everything on a global stage, and for a fight that reminded everyone why boxing, at its best, remains uniquely compelling. Practically speaking, this bout will reshape matchmaking and division politics. A strong performance, whether seen as a narrow win or a close loss, boosts marketability and leverage. The other fighter's grit makes him a must-see opponent going forward. Promoters, networks, and sanctioning bodies now have new angles to explore. Rematch clauses will surface. Unifications and crossover fights will be discussed. Tonight's drama will be converted into tomorrow's negotiations. For fans, the fight delivered stakes and storylines. Momentum for one fighter, a rich comeback path for the other. Whatever the record books say, the optics from this night will carry real currency. Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez didn't give fans a simple knockout or a dull shutout. They gave a fight that asked questions, demanded adjustments, and required courage. Weeks from now, people will still be talking about those late-round exchanges and the choices made under pressure. All right, everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to Knockout today and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.